You just drove off the lot in a Mercedes-Benz. The leather smells incredible. That three-pointed star catches the light every time you glance at the wheel. You feel like you made it. What you don't know yet is that the dealership is quietly counting on that feeling lasting long enough for you to stop asking questions. I've spent years in the automotive world, and I've watched Mercedes owners get hit with the same costly surprises over and over again. Surprises the dealer saw coming the moment you signed the paperwork. Today, I'm breaking the silence on 10 things your Mercedes dealer will never voluntarily tell you after you buy. Some of these will save you hundreds of dollars. Others will save you thousands. And number one? Honestly, it made me furious the first time I saw it happen. Let's get into it. Number 10, you're probably paying for features already sitting in your car. Let's start with something that should genuinely bother you. On certain Mercedes models, particularly the EQ electric lineup, there are features that are physically installed in the vehicle you just paid for that you cannot access without paying again. Mercedes calls one of these acceleration increase. It runs $1,200 per year. Not once. Every single year. What it does is unlock 20 to 24% more output from the electric motors that are already in your car and shave nearly a full second off your 0 to 60 time. The hardware is sitting there. The capability is there. Mercedes just decided to put a subscription gate in front of it. It doesn't stop at performance. The connected features bundled inside Mercedes Me Connect, things like live traffic, remote start, and vehicle tracking, are included free for the first 3 years. After that, you pay to maintain access to features that worked perfectly on day one of ownership. Even certain dashcam functions on select models are tied to a licensing server. Miss a subscription payment and the feature can be deactivated remotely. BMW tried something similar with heated seats, charging a monthly fee for warmers already wired into the seat. The backlash was brutal, and they eventually reversed course. Mercedes has been quieter about it, but the model is the same. If any of this came up during your delivery appointment, I'd be genuinely stunned. Number 9. The maintenance schedule. They show you is not the one Mercedes engineered. This one costs owners real money every single year, and most of them never realize it. When you bring your car in for service, the advisor hands you a recommendation sheet based on your current mileage. The problem is that sheet often reflects the dealership's preferred service intervals, not the actual specs engineered by Mercedes-Benz. Here's a concrete example. Transmission fluid. Some dealers recommend a change at 30,000 miles. The actual Mercedes specification for most models equipped with the 725 transmission calls for 60,000 miles. That's double. And since a transmission fluid service at a dealership runs anywhere from $200 to $350, following the dealer's version instead of the engineering spec could mean you're paying for 2 or 3 completely unnecessary services over the life of the car. The fix takes 30 seconds. Open your owner's manual. The engineers who designed your specific drivetrain determined exactly when every fluid and filter needs attention. The service advisor did not. Follow the book, not the counter. Number 8. An independent mechanic won't touch your warranty. That's a myth. This might be the single most profitable piece of misinformation in the entire dealership business model. Dealers have spent decades convincing owners that the moment an independent shop touches your car, your warranty is gone. It's not true. It hasn't been true since 1975, when the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act made it illegal for manufacturers to require you to use their facilities for routine maintenance. You can take your Mercedes to any qualified independent shop, use the correct OEM fluids, use genuine parts, and your factory warranty remains completely intact. The legal burden is on Mercedes to prove that a specific repair performed elsewhere directly caused a specific failure. They cannot blanket deny a warranty claim simply because you didn't service at their location. Why does this matter financially? Independent Mercedes specialists typically charge 40 to 60% less than a dealer for identical work. Same diagnostic software, same fluids, same part numbers. Just without the overhead and the markup. Your warranty is not going anywhere. Stop letting the myth of losing it keep you paying dealer prices for oil changes. Number 7. Service B. Can include a hidden double charge on brake fluid. Mercedes runs an A and B service rotation. Service A is lighter. Service B is the more comprehensive visit. And it's supposed to include a brake fluid exchange as part of the standard package. Here's where it gets frustrating. At certain dealerships, the brake fluid exchange quietly reappears as a separate line item. The service advisor presents it as an add-on, something extra and recommended, rather than something already bundled into the appointment you booked. Owners who aren't familiar with what Service B actually covers approve the add-on without hesitation and pay an extra $130 to $200 for work that was already included in the visit. Mercedes owner communities online are full of this exact story from dealerships across the country. Before you approve any additional services during a B appointment, pull up the Mercedes maintenance guide for your specific model year. Know what's included before you walk through those doors. The service advisor is counting on you not knowing. Number 6. The diagnostic fee is a revenue tool, not just standard practice. Something goes wrong with your car. You bring it to the dealer. Before they've done anything, before they've fixed anything, you're already paying $150 to $250 just for them to plug in a computer and read a fault code. At some dealerships, that diagnostic charge gets credited toward your repair if you have the work done there. At others, it's a separate charge stacked on top of the full repair cost. Compare that to an independent Mercedes specialist. Most charge meaningfully less for diagnostics, and the majority apply it toward repairs as standard practice. The stakes get higher when you're dealing with electronics. The electronic steering lock is a known failure point across several Mercedes C-Class W204 models. At a dealership, replacing the entire module can cost over $2,000. An independent specialist with the capability to reprogram the existing unit rather than swap it out might handle the same problem for a fraction of that price. The dealer has the option to mention that reprogram path exists. They rarely do. Number 5. Depreciation is hitting your Mercedes harder than they implied. Nobody at the dealership is going to sit across from you on delivery day and explain depreciation math. That would be a strange way to close a sale. But here's the reality. The average Mercedes-Benz loses roughly 40% of its value within the first 3 years. That's not unusual for the luxury segment, but it's a financial reality that gets completely buried under the excitement of new car ownership. For the electric models, it's significantly worse. The EQS sedan, which launches at over $100,000, has seen first-year depreciation approaching 50% in some documented cases. A car you paid 6 figures for can be worth roughly half that 12 months later. Even the more mainstream models carry a real hit. The C-Class and E-Class typically lose around 20% in year 1, then another 15% or so annually after that. Mercedes SUVs hold value better due to demand. The GLC can retain close to 58% of its value over 5 years under favorable conditions. But across the lineup, what you paid at signing bears very little resemblance to what you'll see when you eventually sell or trade. None of that gets mentioned at the handover. It should. Number 4. The full inspection is a sales funnel with a friendly name. You bring your Mercedes in for a straightforward oil change. A few hours later, your phone rings and the advisor has a list. Fuel injector cleaning, power steering flush, a C-system service, differential service, coolant exchange, tire nitrogen fill, each one priced separately. The total recommendation often lands somewhere above $1,000. Here's what's actually happening. Many of these line items are fluid checks or visual inspections that have been packaged and priced as services. The advisor frames each one with a layer of urgency. Your car could be at risk if you skip this, banking on the fact that most owners don't know their service intervals well enough to push back. The defense is always the same. Your owner's manual. Pull it up before your appointment. Know what's actually due at your mileage. When the advisor calls with the list, you can say clearly and confidently, "I'll only be approving what the manufacturer specifies for this mileage." Watch how fast that $1,000 recommendation list gets cut in half. Number 3. The CPO badge doesn't mean what you were led to believe. If you bought your Mercedes as a certified pre-owned vehicle, there was probably a feeling of reassurance that came with it. The CPO program carries the implication of a thorough inspection, a car brought back to near new standards before it reaches you. The inspection checklist is extensive, but a checklist and actual execution are two different things. Mercedes owner forums have accumulated years of documented cases where CPO vehicles were delivered with oil that hadn't been changed, cabin filters that hadn't been touched, and brake fluid that was never flushed. All items the CPO checklist explicitly requires. In some cases, owners discovered these omissions within days of taking delivery. The CPO badge creates a level of trust that can lower your guard at exactly the wrong moment. If you purchase a CPO Mercedes, do your own verification within the first week. Check the oil on the dipstick. Look at the air filter. Have an independent shop test the brake fluid condition. The badge is a starting point, not a guarantee. Number 2. The prepaid maintenance plan has a major blind spot. Prepaid maintenance plans aren't a bad deal in isolation. They cover routine services, oil changes, filters, fluid checks, multi-point inspections. And compared to paying individually, they can save you 15 to 25% on those specific items. But here's what the finance manager won't say out loud. The items that actually cost serious money are explicitly excluded. Brake pads, rotors, tires. Those aren't covered under the standard prepaid plan unless you upgrade to a significantly more expensive comprehensive package. And those are the expenses that genuinely hit. A brake pad and rotor service at a Mercedes dealership runs $800 to $1,200. A full set of approved tires can easily clear $1,000. These are the costs that will find you, and they'll find you faster if you drive aggressively or deal with harsh road conditions. There's a second trap here too. If you finance the maintenance plan as part of your car loan, you're paying interest on your oil changes. Over a 5 or 6 year loan, those interest charges can eliminate every dollar of savings the plan was supposed to generate. The math on a financed plan almost never works in your favor. Number 1. The true cost of ownership was never part of the conversation. This is the one that matters most, and it's the one that never gets said. The number on the window sticker is the entry fee. What follows it, the insurance, the maintenance, the depreciation, and especially the out-of-warranty repairs, adds up to a total cost of ownership that regularly catches Mercedes buyers completely off guard. Insurance on a Mercedes GLC averages around $2,700 per year. Over 5 years, that's over $13,000 before you've touched a wrench. The depreciation we already covered means a $55,000 GLC 304 Matic will likely be worth somewhere between $29,000 and $32,000 by year 5. That's over $20,000 gone. And that's actually a relatively favorable outcome for the brand. Then the factory warranty expires at 4 years or 50,000 miles, and repair costs become entirely yours. Mercedes repair bills are not comparable to a Toyota or a Honda. Electronics failures, sensor replacements, module reprogramming, these run into the thousands per incident. The electronic steering lock failure, a documented issue across multiple model lines, can cost over $2,000 at a dealership for a single repair. None of this means Mercedes makes a bad car. The engineering is exceptional. The driving experience is genuinely difficult to match. But the ownership experience extends far beyond what happens in the showroom. And the dealership has no financial incentive to prepare you for what comes after you drive away. Their goal is to sell you the car and keep you returning for service at their prices. Your job, now that you know, is to protect yourself. Now you know what they weren't planning to tell you. From locked features you already paid for to maintenance myths designed to keep your money flowing back to the dealer, the ownership game is very different from the buying experience. If this helped you, subscribe. I cover Mercedes ownership, maintenance, and dealership strategy every week, so you're never getting blind again. Drop a comment below and tell me which one of these surprised you most. I read every single one. Tell me.